Hi there, my name's Bob. A lot of people call me Bob from the future. I'm head of the Creation Station here at Broward County Libraries. Today we're here filming inside of the studio, one of the areas that I kind of supervise and help out and guide throughout the library system. One of the things that I try to do is make sure that Creation Station is a place where you can come in and be creative, you can build and make and do. Our tagline is, what will you create today? And I also often say that what we do is we give you the space, we give you the technology, and we allow you to create your own future. Meaning, you get to come in and use Creation Station for whatever purposes you want to. Whether you want to come in and do filming and make your own YouTube channel, whether you want to come in and do 3D printing, whether you want to come in and do virtual reality, music, gardening, science, robotics, engineering, all sorts of different stuff that we have all over the county, all available for you to come and use anywhere in the Creation Station. So, where are the Creation Stations and what do they do? Well, we'll start here at Main Library. Main Library has 3 of our key flagship spaces. We have the Creation Station Lab down on the first floor of Main Library, downtown Fort Lauderdale. It's got a nice big space for you with workshops for you to come in and build and make and do. We have a design studio with Adobe Creative Cloud. We have all sorts of space for people to come in and build and make any kind of digital thing that you need. We have musical instruments in GarageBand, so you can create and make all the background sounds that you need for any of your videos. You can come in and work on any of the virtual reality gear that you want. And I mean virtually any virtual reality or augmented reality piece of gear that you've heard of. We have the Oculus Rift. We have an HTC Vive. We have the Microsoft HoloLens. We even have a Meta 2, and you probably haven't heard of what Meta 2 is. It's an augmented reality device used by engineering and mathematics people to do some really fun stuff. And so in the lab, we also have, in addition to all the virtual reality and augmented reality stuff, we have robotics. You can go do anything from basic snap circuits to learn how basic electricity works and start your way up through that way. Learn how to make some basic moving part stuff. Use kubelets to do basic coding. Use Finch robots and use Scratch programming to be able to create and do any kind of thing that you would like that way. We have Lego Mindstorms. We have Lego Educate, depending upon what your age level is and how good you are at skill. And remember, it's not about your age. You can be as old as you want, as young as you want. It's all about what skills you want to learn and what you want to teach yourself. You can come in and work and play with anything in Creation Station. And then you can move all the way up to the Vex Robotics, the stuff that the high schools use at state competitions. We have all of that available for you at the Creation Station to give you the chance, the space to explore and build and make and learn. Then, depending upon your age, we've got the studio up on the 3rd floor. The studio is a special safe place for teens, 13 to 19-year-olds only, so no younger kids, no older people in the space, just for teens to be able to come in and work and build and be creative on their own, whether that's filming in front of a green screen like we are today, or whether that's coming in and using musical instruments, doing your editing, playing some video games, hanging out and talking and chatting, working on doing a storyboard for your comic book. Whatever kind of stuff you want to do, you can come in. If you're a teen out there, you should definitely be in this space. You should see some of the DJ competitions we have. It's amazing and a lot of fun. So the other space that we have here at Main Library is the Creation Station Business. And you may be thinking, well, that sounds way too complicated. But no, it's exactly there for everybody, for all ages, from teens on up, because we want all of those people to be able to come in and use your skills, use your ability to create your own job, to build your own new space, to learn copyright and trademark and do those sorts of things so that anyone can come in and do this. You can come here to the studio, start working on your beats, create some really gorgeous soundtrack stuff, and then go upstairs and learn all about copyright to make sure that you get to keep all the royalties for your own product. We have a lot of other spaces all over the library system too. Up at the Collier City Library, we have a sound booth and an engineering booth so that you can go in and do any kind of recording that you'd like to and have it set up and do that. We have a Creation Station Science out at the North Lauderdale Library where they do weekly classes, everything from building solar cars to making ice cream to DNA to all sorts of crazy fun things where you get to explore science on your own. We have other Creation Station labs at Northwest Regional Library, at West Regional Library, at South Regional Library, where you can go in and explore and use musical instruments, green screens, cameras, everything like that to be able to make what you want. And so in all of those spaces all around the library system, you've got the ability to go in and play and try and learn and do. And that's our key thing. It's all about trying. It's all about learning. It's all about play. Because you should be able to build and make your new space the way you want to make it. So one of the big topics that we've got going on in Creation Station is virtual reality. So with virtual reality, it's a place where you bring things into you. So we've got that available to you at a lot of places in here. We've got it at Main Library. We've got it at the Pompano Library. We've got it at the Sunrise Library. All of the time. Anytime you show up at any one of those locations, you can jump on a virtual reality machine and try out what it is. And you're asking, what is it? You may think you know, but you probably don't. Virtual reality is where you're going to put the black shoebox on your face, and you're going to take that and you're going to bring the outside world to you. You're going to be able to stay in that space and experience and be in presence, as it's called, and have that feeling of being in someplace else. You're going to be here at the library and you're going to feel like you're floating over the rooftops of London, or you're going to feel like you're exploring Mount Everest, or you're zooming through the body and fighting viruses. Because we've got all sorts of different experiences for you to come in and try. We've got games, you can go on roller coasters, you can do anything you want with virtual reality. The trick is, it's for you to do. We also do other things like virtual Harlem. We've created the virtual Harlem experience where we've set up and we did work with the University of Arizona to set up and make a place for you to be able to come in and experience in virtual reality what Harlem was in the 1920s. You can take a car tour around the area and see some of the key locations. You can walk into a speakeasy. You can walk in to the Cotton Club. You can go explore the Harlem Library. You can get a chance to come and try all those things because virtual reality allows that for you. You get to bring those experiences to you and explore that. So you should show up at the Sunrise Library and go to the space station. Go up onto the International Space Station and explore and walk around inside. Well, you know it's not gravity, so you're not really walking. You're pulling yourself hand over hand through that area. And you get to learn how to conduct experiments on the space station and do all sorts of stuff like that. It's a really great way of learning and experiencing what somebody else does. And we have augmented reality. So augmented reality is where you take it out to the world. It's something where you put a new overlay on top of it. In its most simple form, you're probably familiar with Pokemon Go. In Pokemon Go, that's a really simple, easy overlay on reality where you swipe and you get a quick Pokemon, and that's a simple, easy thing. However, when you're doing real augmented reality, then you get to have something where you get to have real objects that are out there mixing with the real world so that you can see them floating. You'll see a hologram floating in midair, or you'll be able to see something hiding underneath the table. And that's right, hiding under the table. So if you're looking at it from above, you won't be able to see it. You have to get down under that table to go look for it. That's what augmented reality is. It adds that new layer to being able to do things. Sometimes it's called spatial computing. Magic Leap 1, as an example, is a company based right here in South Florida. We have access to that new gear, their new goggles, that you could explore and see just exactly what you can do with those sorts of things. Again, that's what Creation Station is all about. You get to come in and find out all these new technologies. You get to come in and explore and learn and try, and then you never know what's going to happen. I've been with the library system for almost 25 years now, and I've been all over the county in a wide variety of experiences and a wide variety of positions. I have been at the Coral Springs Library, at the Hollandale Library, at Main Library, at the African American Research Library and Cultural Center. I've been at the Margate Library. I've been at big libraries, small libraries, all over the place. I've done everything from having checkout and learning how to check out and do things at the very basic level up to where I am now, where I'm in charge of things that happen across the entire library system. I get to go out and work across the state as well now, where I get to go out and have lectures, go out and participate in seminars, go give talks at various conferences about what we do here at Creation Station and how libraries overall can build and make their own creation stations, can make their own maker spaces to be able to build and make themselves and help all the people in the state of Florida grow and expand their abilities for what's possible for them, where they want to explore. So when you get a chance to come into the library, you'll get a chance to try out all of these various things. And remember, you don't have to come to the library itself to start these things, because you can explore all of these options online. We have books about 3D printers on your ebook reader. If you want to explore 3D printing, currently at the library, we have met a couple of libraries that are working right now. And what we have is some interesting stuff along the ebook line. And that's one of the things that ties right back into what we were talking about, augmented reality. Because you can be reading the ebook about 3D printers, and when you scan on your device, that page in that ebook, it will pop up in a visualization, a small animation that shows you exactly that 3D printing running and how it works and what that section is and what that part is. So you've got some really interesting things all in the collection for you to come in and use, or like I said, because it's an e-material, you can get it by yourself remotely with your library card. And remember, your library card is good at any of our 38 branches and is good for you. Anyone who works, lives, or goes to school in the county gets a free library card. And if you were born in Broward County, you get a free library card also. So you have access to all these things. You can come into the library and work on all these materials, learn about all these new technologies, and get that chance for you to figure out, hey, I can see how this next thing's going to happen. Where I grew up and what I did, after I left high school, I went off to the Marine Corps, and I spent some 4 years with the Marines out in the world, and I saw the United States, I saw Japan and Korea, and it was a lot of fun and good experience. When I came back, I started working for bookstores, and I worked for Walden Books, and then I came to the library. And during that time, I worked on getting my degree. I started at Broward College and built up my degree from there, and eventually graduated from Florida State University with a Bachelor's of Science in Information Sciences. Thank you for watching this Adventurous Kids episode.